Good evening, Fantasy Goats. It is week 2 lineup advice. We are just about, 36 hours, maybe a little bit more away from the week 2 main action kicking off. We are here to provide you, Goats, with the best experienced advice possible. We appreciate you being here, and we're going to get this started right now, as soon as possible. Yes, sirree, Bob. We are still getting a handle on all this production. Vince Goat, what's up, Vince Goat and Kyle Goat, Kyle Audio? How are you this evening, Goats? Alongside the War Chief, JX Fantasy. I am your shepherd, and this is the Fantasy Goats. Welcome to Lineup Advice, Week 2. Holy smokes, man. Well, we are kicking right into gear. we build it up. We build it up, JX. We build it up, and it seems like it takes forever. And then forever is 5 weeks away, and then 5 weeks away is you're into it for 5 weeks.
Absolutely. I'm already, mourning the day that it's over. It started so fast. It'll be week 17 before you know it.
Yeah, it will be. But before we get to week 17, we're gonna cover Quentin Johnston or Khalil Shakir. Quentin Johnston, one of the week 2 waiver wire darlings, who was coming off a really good game. Khalil Shakir, again in a shootout. It wasn't like he played terribly, but we all know what the hell happened there. Keon Coleman happened. Keon Coleman. Who was the other second passer touchdown? It doesn't really make a difference. Who would you start here? Quentin Johnston versus the Raiders.
This is a tough one
Yeah.
because they're both playing bad secondaries. Not necessarily that the Jets have a bad secondary, but they allow you to pass the ball a little bit, and we got the Raiders secondary who's just not very good. If I had to, go with the floor, I'm probably going to go with Khalil Shakir. I'm going to go with Khalil Shakir, like I said, just because they're going against. I'm sorry, were they're against
The Jets.
the Jets? Yeah, because he's still the number one. Aside from what Keon Coleman did, Keon Coleman had a nice game, but I think that was just an outlier game. And Quentin Johnson, he's number 3, just out of the 3 wide receivers there. I'm probably still going to go with Khalil Shakir, just like I said, just being on the alpha guy there.
Yeah. Yeah. Quentin Johnston again. We're not stranger to seeing him, perform well last season. But then it's a little bit of inconsistency. It was a good move picking him up, Kyle. I like the idea of having him. I like the idea of having Shakir as well. So I like Khalil Shakir to, after getting his footing back last week. I think they'll look. The Bills and Josh Allen are going to want to spread the ball around. That's for sure. And maybe perhaps Sauce shadows Keon Coleman now. I don't know if Sauce is going to be shadowing any Khalil Shakirs.
No.
Vince Goat says that the Austin Eckler injury, the Achilles tear, is his fault. I highly doubt that, Goat. I highly doubt that. I think old age. He hasn't been the same since 2022. At 30 years old, coming off of that season, he has not been the same. Tommy Goat, what's up, my guy, Tommy Goat? Welcome back, Tommy. Coming in hot. Who are we flexing? Monty or JMO? Same team. Monty or JMO? For the look, I'd like to go with the upside here. I want to try to freaking hit the ball out of the park, and I'm gonna go with JMO. JMO to have the bounce back. For the Lions to have a bounce back. Jameer Gibbs to have a bounce back. Monty is not really in the game plan this season, Tommy. He's not. We've said it on many shows, JX. Monty's just not in their game plan. They have said it to us. This isn't like us speculating. We got the information right out of the promoted offensive coordinator, right out of Dan Campbell. We got that information that this was going to be more of a JMO featured, Gibbs featured. They're looking to get Isaac Tesla more involved. I don't know if that's. I'd pump the brakes on that too. By the way, JMO, who they just paid. That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm going JMO too. They're playing a pretty good defense this weekend in the Bears. Jameson Williams, I think, has a better opportunity to kind of hit that high ceiling opposed to Monty. The Bears also have a good run defense too, so I'm definitely going with Jameson Williams out of the two.
I mean, shit. Yeah, I would say so. I don't even know if you could do it like a 1A, 1B like we would with AJ Brown and Devontae. But yeah, it's gonna kind of like flip flop. I don't know. I don't know how much one is going to be dominant over the other. I think we're gonna have to see how this plays out. I think it's going to be very matchup dependent. And again, this goes back to the dude under center. Whoever they design to play for, and if he doesn't even think that design is working, he's gonna cut it loose to someone else.
Yeah, I'm not there for it to be in a 1A, 1B tier. I'm not there yet. I think it's a distinct 1 and 2, not necessarily 1A and 1B.
Sniper. Look, if they get Keon Coleman going for a whole season like this, we're in for a treat. At least the Keon Coleman managers are in for a treat. I think if you're not a Keon Coleman manager, you're going to want to look to obtain Keon Coleman. But were you a Keon Coleman guy in the offseason, Jax? I'm trying to remember.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, you were the Shakir. Not. You're Shakir.
I'm a Shakir guy.
I'm like, I know you're gonna the Shepherd. Of course he's gonna say he was a Keon guy.
No, I'm a guy who was not a Keon Coleman. I'm on record saying that Keon Coleman cannot separate his whites from his colors. So I've never been a Keon Coleman fan. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he can't separate his whites from his colors. Ooh, the Commissioner Rhino. Look at this guy, the Commissioner Rhino, enjoying his day off. Enjoying another day off. Half PPR for Tommy Keshambute or Keon Coleman. I know, Tommy, man. This might be another team. Yeah, hold on. Let's get back to this one then, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
My other team also need a flex full PPR between Tony the Tiger, ZC, Jacoby Myers, Emeka, Dylan Samsonite, and oh boy, yes. I thought that you were for a second maybe playing on a joke, but you're not. Yes. It's a sad day. And I'll just say this is a sad day that we've come to where you're getting murdered for wanting to do something like this. Debate. We're debating players. Debate. So it's a sad day when one person gets shot from 200 yards out because of that. Very sad. Yeah, I appreciate you, Tommy, bringing that up. All right. So now back to the football because, again, this is as much of a behind the scenes, but not behind the scenes crutch to escape that type of madness is to enjoy ourselves here, to have fun, to be entertained, to have the Commissioner Rhino get ice cold ice cubes dumped all over his head when we hit 500 subscribers. Goats, help us get there. Please like and subscribe. My other team, yeah, so Tony Pollard, Zach Charbonnet. Tony Pollard's in for another heavy volume day. This is what I would do here. And we just flex one of these guys?
Yeah, that was my question. Are we just flexing one of these guys?
Because for me, as much as I'm tempted to, I would probably leave off Zach Charbonnet if Kenny Walker's still going to run. I would probably leave off the law firm of Jacoby Myers. And then it becomes whether Keyshawn Judkins is going to start. If Keyshawn Judkins is going to play, that's going to relegate Dylan Sampson back to being Dylan Sampson. Third down back, scat back. I still think the answer is going to be Emeka Ibuka or Tony Pollard in a PPR setting. I don't know if Emeka Ibuka is going to get enough volume as Tony Pollard's still going to get.
So right now for me, it's between Pollard, Charbonnet, and Dylan Sampson. I said I'm just chasing the matchups here. Dylan Sampson's playing against the Ravens. The Ravens are definitely going to have to. Well, the Browns are going to definitely have to pass the football. Gave up 6 receptions to James Cook last week, and that is Dylan Sampson's role to catch the football out of the backfield. I really like that matchup. What was the other one? Till you put that up one more time?
Yes.
Oh, Charbonnet. Yeah, Charbonnet going against the Steelers. I know the Steelers gave a whole lot of rushing yards to Brees last week too, so that's really interesting. But Tony Pollard's the most interesting just because is the Rams defense for real or was just the Texans O-line that bad? We don't know yet.
Combination.
So yeah, Pollard's probably the safest one, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards Dylan Sampson or Charbonnet.
I figure that's where we're going to differ. I think I would just pull the trigger on Tony Pollard getting north of 20 touches. I think Cam Ward's going to have to rely on him. As much as Dylan Sampson's a nice piece to have, but a nice piece to have on the bench. Especially if his running mate, Quinshon Judkins, is going to be active. If Quinshon Judkins is going to miss again week 2, then it becomes a little bit more intriguing.
You'll say, what if he doesn't miss again? If he misses again, I think it's Dylan Sampson
sure. If he's not going to play, then it becomes more of a decision, more of a debate. Keyshawn Booty or Keon Coleman. I would defer to the quarterback in this situation and go with Keon.
Yeah, I would go Keon too.
Keon Coleman was tripped up short of having his second touchdown in that game.
Yeah. You gotta respect. I know that they were coming back, but you gotta respect 11 targets. He led the team in targets, so you gotta respect that.
A double stacked Allen with Shaquille Coleman. In my home league, I have the Allen Coleman stack, not Shaquille. So last week I won my match. Yes. Of course you won your match, you motherfucking goat. Of course you won your match. 1% chance to win at halftime, and then Josh went off. I love the double stack. Yeah. Well, what's the other good lesson to take away from that, Kyle? Don't just like fall victim to those projections because anything can happen in the game. Yes, my other RB is CMC and Josh Jacobs. My wide receivers are Cortland. Well, that's the one time we now disagree. Cortland. Ladd, I expect Ladd to have a bounce back game. That's the other thing, right? I mean, like, okay, so if like Quentin Johnston's going to continue just score touchdowns, that means someone else isn't going to continue or not score touchdowns. And I just don't see that. I don't see Ladd just being like the architect of getting everybody else open. Do you?
Ooh, Trone. I'm sorry, I was reading Trone's question. Did you say something to me?
No, I was suggesting or implying, like, that Keenan Allen touchdown was such a pretty play design, and it really it stemmed from Ladd McConkey and what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just clearing everybody out, where like Keenan Allen just like pops wide open to the post. I don't think Ladd McConkey's just there to run cardio and run and architect for everybody else. I don't. What's going on here? I had a trade offer to the Trone Goat. Of course they want the Trone Goats players. Giving me Henry and Adams. You're giving up CMC and DK. I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. Did I make a mistake? I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no. Not from the Shepherd's camp. But JX, the war chief, on the other hand, is going to say, well, I mean, it's Derrick Henry and Devontae Adams. And
I would give up
you
CMC and DK for Derrick Henry alone. That's just me. I would give up both of those for Derrick Henry alone. But just getting Adams too, I mean, I just think that makes the trade all sweeter. But like I said, we're 50-50. So were you really wrong?
no. And look, you're not alone. You're not alone, Tron. Kyle likes the Henry side too with Devontae Adams. I mean, I wouldn't give up CMC either. But you're gonna kind of have to get through some choppy waters the next couple of weeks, in my mind. Now that it's the Mac Jones show, and they're starting tight end, Pro Bowl tight end George Skittles isn't on the field. This is kind of sort of a makeshift now San Francisco offense that some believe won't really skip a beat because this is Kyle Shanahan's offense, and this is what their backups do. Now combine that with the fact that you still have CMC.
Scares me to death for CMC.
Yeah,
It scares me to death. 30 touches week 1. More injuries for the 49ers, and now he's going to have 40 touches next week.
No risk it, no biscuits. Rolling the dice, baby. Jimmy Juju, D-Hop, or Cole Komet? What's the league? Number 1. Number 2, I'm not going to answer because I don't want to wind up in any doghouses. JX, are you going to wind up in the doghouse if you make the wrong call?
This is a deep league. This must be like a 85
this could be
man.
This could be some of the league. No. You're right. You're right. Depending, some of the leagues that the sniper does play in are deep, like Warrior Bowl and Scott Fish Bowl are deep leagues. And her IDP league is kind of deep if you're going to add the defensive plays to the offensive plays, then it becomes really deep. I think the D-Hop touchdown last week, that one catch for one hand for one touchdown isn't happening often.
Yeah.
So we can remove D-Hop out of this equation. What's intriguing here is Cole Komet and Juju. Yep. If this is a tight end premium, you may want to go with Cole Komet. If it's not a tight end premium, I'm going to go with Juju. I'm going to go with Jimmy Juju, being the second target earner, or maybe the third target earner, in what we expect to be a high passing volume contest against the Eagles again.
Well, Cole Komet's playing against Detroit this week. They really held Tyler Kraft to nothing week 1, but he does play 90% of the snaps though. I'll probably have to agree with you with Juju though, just because their wide receivers are kind of all over the place, and they need somebody else in there that Mahomes knows. So yeah, I'll probably go with Juju as well.
I think that's it right there. Starting sit too. We've got London Bridges, Zach Wilson. I'm gonna presume this is T. Higgins and Tyreek Hill. We're not sitting Drake London.
Absolutely not.
He's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals versus the Bengals. Who's Joe Shiesty playing this week? Joe Shiesty's playing the Jaguars. We know that Garrett Wilson's got the Bills, and Tyreek. I'm not starting Tyreek Hill.
No. Till I take Tyreek Hill out, I'm probably leaning towards London and Higgins.
I think I would go Drake London and Higgins as well. Garrett Wilson is a good play though. Getting the volume for the Jets. It's a good play. Full PPR. Appreciate that. Info walls doesn't change. Doesn't change. I think T. Higgins has an excellent shot of finding the end zone against the Jaguars. Both wide receivers,
Mm-hmm.
as in Jamar and T. Pitts or Ingram? I think JX would want to go with Kyle Pitts. I think I may go with Kyle Pitts also. I'm not sure if I'm trusting Evan Ingram with a gimpy leg.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Kyle Pitts versus the Vikings. Michael Penix is going to need all the short, quick help he can get. Brian Flores is going to probably blitz him 85% of the game. So I'm taking Kyle Pitts on this one.
Yeah. Until we see otherwise, right? Until we see otherwise, Evan Ingram was not, aside from leaving the game, he just the Broncos offense didn't get going. Now, if they get going, it becomes a different story, and you could start Evan Ingram moving forward. I don't want to roll with Evan Ingram this week though against the Colts. I rather roll with Pitts against the Vikings.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Bo Nix? I think Bo Nix is going to be fine. I think Bo Nix is going to be fine. Again, it was week one. You gotta shake the rust off. Gotta get into rhythm. These guys don't play in the preseason anymore. It's Sean Payton. I think Bo Nix is going to be fine.
Let's not overreact. It was week one.
Yeah.
And I keep telling people Tennessee's defense is good. It's a good defense. You don't need to overreact, Bo. Yeah, Bo Nix will be fine.
JX. Okay. Rhino, you still there? Rhino, I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for the Rhino. Start said Evan Ingram or Hawkinson. Oh boy, this is getting brutal. It's getting brutal for us, Wolves. Again, the Colts. Granted they were playing the Dolphins, but yeah, I think that they would want to continue to just show up on defense, even if their offenses are going to be the same. TJ Hawkinson, bad game, but again, week one, I expect Hawkinson to be more involved.
Yeah,
I do. They're ranked. They're pretty much ranked back to back, to be honest. Yeah. Let me see that. Let me just confirm that. Let me confirm that before we make any crazy decisions. Where's the commissioner? The commissioner. I've got Hawkinson. Yeah, I got Hawkinson a couple of spots ahead of Ingram. I'm not sure if this is updated though, considering Evan Ingram just came off the injury report today or a few hours ago. So yeah, I've got TJ Hawkinson right here at tight end 7 for the week. Tight end 7. TJ Hawkinson is gonna do well for you, Goat. I know the tight end position is a little unpredictable. Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry, Tommy Goat, Hunter Henry full PPR down in Miami, or Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson's a good tight end every 2 weeks. I don't want to play with that. I don't. I know Kellen Moore might have another plan for him. They might, he's going to line up out wide, outside. He's going to line up in line. He's going to line up in the slot. I get it. But so is Chris Olave is lining up all over the place too. If you look at last week's usage, his utilization, in motion.
I'm going with Hunter Henry here.
I think I would go with the Hunter also down in Florida.
Tyler Warren was running open pretty easily last weekend. I'm going with Hunter Henry just with Drake May relying on him.
Go, Pack, go. Look at that. You have another Packer fan here, Sniper. Another Packer.
Well, Packer fan got the stress-free weekend, got their win out the way. congrats to you.
Oh yeah, they are looking really good.
Yes, they are. They are looking very good.
Well, guys, I'm gonna whip out a little something right here for the. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully the commissioner saw that. I mean, we made it for him.
Just for him.
We made it for him and for you. Um, where are we? Where are we? Good night, goats. Oh, He missed it. Well, it wasn't really for him. I was BSing you. It wasn't for him. SFB is which one? The Juju question? The Juju D Hop?
Yeah, Juju, Diop, and Komet.
I think it's Komet there. I think it's Komet.
I think we were Juju. I think Juju gets snaps this week.
I think he's going to get the snaps, but the scoring is wicked for the tight end.
Oh, is it? Okay,
It's
then you
it's
got to go with Komet. Okay.
you're getting crazy type of tight end premium there, not just your normal extra half. You're getting first downs. You get like it's a 4-point play if the tight end catches a 10-yard pass.
Oh yeah, you got to go with you got to go with
Put
Komet.
put that into perspective.
Yes, easily Komet. They said he played 90% of the snaps last week. Komet.
Until we see otherwise from Colston Loveland, until we see otherwise how he's used, how he's utilized. Absolutely, go Pack, go. Bum, 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 bum. Start Juwan or pick up Pitts, Kincaid, Schultz. Definitely not Dalton Schultz. Jacob, what's up, Jacob Goat? How are you, Goat? Juwan Johnson or Pitts, Kincaid, Schultz. I hate this. I mean, Kincaid looked good last week too, but so did Kyle Pitts. Maybe this is the season that it all finally starts to click for Kyle Pitts, and it's not Darnell Mooney who is second on the team in targets. It becomes like the tight end that we're looking for.
I think I'm going with Pitts there. I would pick up Pitts and start him over Juwan Johnson.
I would start Kyle Pitts there. It might come back to bite us, Jacob. It might. Because Kyle Pitts might just disappoint us again.
We'll be okay. Go Fannin.
I was going to leave that. I'm definitely leaving that one.
Fannin.
This is a tight end show. Look at all these tight end questions. The tight end show. Thank you, Jerry. Ribbons of the losers, Jerry.
Did you see any of the Brown snaps last week?
Wicked. I didn't see it. I didn't see that game live.
No, not live, but did you see any of the highlights or anything?
Yes.
Okay. So Harold Fannin
All
lined up at tight end. He lined up in the slot. He lined up in the Y off. He also ran Wildcat quarterback a couple times. It's Harold Fannin.
And absolutely no reservations for the fact that it was his first professional football game. No reservations whatsoever. Maybe he's a pickup, like he's a fast study. Maybe he had a really, really exceptional training camp. Maybe it's Kevin Stefanski. Maybe it's all of it. Tyler Warren looked really good too. The only problem with Tyler Warren is I don't know how well Daniel Jones is going to continue that type of play. That's the only problem with Tyler Warren. And then Colston Loveland didn't play, barely played.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you want to roll the dice with Fannin again, coming off of his utilization. Yeah, Fannin versus Baltimore.
Yes, then absolutely.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So here's the thing, right? Based on what we're saying, Sniper, how they're using Fannin, lining him up all over the place. You're gonna probably have to do that again, or you're gonna want to maybe do that again versus the Ravens and that pressure. But I don't know. Is he gonna say okay, go ahead, let's you stop it first, right? Like we're going to continue to roll it out and it's up to you to stop? Or is it like, okay, the Ravens aren't going to tolerate that and they're going to just like, this is what you should be looking out for? It's almost like the immovable force meets the unbreakable object, in a sense. No?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think the Ravens can stop it. I know that sounds crazy because they're the cream of the crop, but I mean, even since last season, they're not good against tight ends, and it doesn't matter if it's the first tight end, the second tight end, or the third tight end. They're going to give up a play or multiple plays to the tight end they're playing against. I mean, Jackson Halls, who plays for Buffalo, who's who's only out there to block, caught one for 30 yards. So I expect a heavy dose of Harold Fannin and David Njoku this week for the Baltimore.
I'm with that. Let's see. Let's see. The rubber meets the.
I'm ready for
it. Everybody's thanking Jerry in the chat. We might as well thank him too. We might as well thank him also. Let's thank him. I see the goat of goats. Where is that goat of goats? Here's the motherfucking goat of goats. The motherfucking goat. Holy shit. Sniper, look who it is. DeAndre Swift, baby. No, it's Darnell Mooney. Well, while we're on the subject, while we're on the Falcons, let's all agree that who it's really not and who we really shouldn't be starting this week. This is the sit here. That's the sit, by the way. All right, let's go. The soldiers are marching. The soldiers are marching. Motherfucking marching, goat. They are shining their guns, he says. All right, my question is, the home league is the PPR league. Okay. All right, we're ready. And War Chief, by the way, this is the War Chief that's on to make sure that we have the absolute best solution, the best answer to your critical question. Who should I start for the flex? Hollywood, David Monty, or Nicky Chubb? It's Hollywood versus the Eagles, who had, what did he have, 18 targets, 12 targets?
16 targets.
16 targets last week in Brazil. It's David Monty, who should really be on the bench at this time.
Yeah.
Well, it's the starting running back for the Texans, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, but they're playing the Buccaneers this week. And when Vita Vea is healthy, you do not choose the running back on the other team. You don't. It doesn't matter if it's Bijan Robinson. Seriously.
It's not a good day at the office.
If Bijan didn't take a 50-yard catch to the house, we would have been all disappointed with Bijan Robinson last week. With that being said, though, I'm going with Hollywood. Hopefully, he can kind of replicate those targets. Not 16 again, but give me 8, give me 10. And I think we'll have a solid week.
I'm gonna go with Hollywood here as well. I am. I like Juju for the underneath stuff, so I think he's going to get a good amount of looks. I do. They're going to try to hit Thornton again, and they may very well just hit Thornton for a touchdown, for a bomb or two. And then there's Hollywood getting everything else. I think it's Hollywood here. Yeah. And for Sniper, I mean, we're in a world right now where we're going with a rookie tight end versus the Hall of Fame tight end. Look, here's the facts as I saw them. Kelsey was not very good, or he was not very fast or quick. He wound up getting open. wide open, that Mahomes found him, and he scored that touchdown. If Kelsey doesn't have that 45-yarder on what might have been a broken play, it's a bad day for Travis Kelsey. Well, there's the
Absolutely.
information. There's the information. I don't know if he's going to have that same game. I mean, like the Eagles, let's not forget, the Eagles still have that defense. They're still going to play the Chiefs. They're going to play the Chiefs tough.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs are mad. The Chiefs are hungry. The Chiefs are going to want to get out in front of this one, but I don't know if that means get out in front of it with Kelsey. He did
Yeah.
not look. He did not look good. Minus that touchdown.
Yeah, I am more inclined. If we had our own rankings, I would put Noah Gray ahead of Travis Kelsey. Like that's how unimpressed I think I was with Travis Kelsey. He just doesn't look. He does not look good, man. And like I said, I just went on a whole spill about Harold Finn, and I would go with him over Travis Kelsey this week too.
Yeah, again, and he's 30. He's 35, 36. He just did not look fast. He looked wasn't. If it wasn't Travis Kelsey, I don't think you'd see him on the field. But because it's Travis Kelsey, he's going to be on the field. I don't know if that's. I don't know when Andy Reid decides to say, "Well, this is becoming a liability for us." I don't know if you ever I don't know if you ever reach that line of demarcation where it's like, "Oh shit! Like this isn't working out. We need to put someone we need to put someone else in that's quicker." Ridley, JMO, Travis Hunter, Keon Coleman, PPR pick one. Jonathan, how are you? Nice name. Good name. Calvin Ridley, ladies and gentlemen. JMO, Travis Hunter, ladies and gentlemen, against the Bengals. Keon Coleman, PPR pick one. What do you got?
Um,
It's not easy.
I'm not doing Ridley. I'll be surprised if Cam Ward can get off his back this Sunday.
Welcome to the
Um,
dark side.
yeah. We got Travis Hunter, Coleman. Man, you guys are all giving us Coleman, man. Like I don't Coleman, man. Jeez.
Well, that's what's going to happen
I know. I know.
when you have a 28-point fantasy day.
Yeah. I just don't think that's sustainable. I'm probably going with Jamison Williams. Like it's another back, just to bounce back. But even PPR, I'm going with Jamison. Second place, I'm probably going with Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Mm.
Interesting.
Baby.
Against the Bengals, he's going to be playing more defensive snaps. Is that just like nonsense? Is that coach speak? Is that
I think that's
bullshit?
coach. Yeah, it's coach
I,
speak,
I,
man.
I think I think there's some truth to it. I do. Like I actually think he's going to play more defensive snaps than what he played last week. Now I don't necessarily. That does not necessarily mean that he's going to be playing less offensive snaps,
Hmm.
right? Like both things can be true. He could play more on defense and stay where he was on offense.
But also can be true is more is if he had 10 snaps last week, now has 11.
Yes, that's what I
That's
mean.
that's what more could
Well,
mean.
yeah, then that's not. Yeah, exactly.
That could be more.
That's why you kind of have to take whatever Cohen is saying right now, like is a little wishy washy. But let me ask you this though, Jonathan Goat. There's no IDP scoring for this setting, right? Like you have Hunter, but you're not like if Hunt. In other words, you don't get IDP points. Like if let's say if he commits tackles or if he gets an interception or any of that crap. Not crap, but it's important. It's relevant. If you're getting IDP points with Travis Hunter, that makes him almost a must start most of the time. Even on a 1 week sample. DeAndre Goat, what do you got for us, DeAndre Goat? After seeing how well Fan did last week, you kind of have to start him. You kind of have to until now. Again, which is kind of what I'm pushing back on just a tiny bit. Like, okay, well, the Ravens obviously are going to watch whatever game film that they're going to watch on last week's Browns and be like, oh, well, Stefanski's trying to pull the wool over our eyes. He's not going to pull the wool over our eyes and line up this big dude. He might do it, But it may not be with Fannin. He may do it with Joku. David and Joku.
That's the roll of the dice for them.
Right?
You don't know. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, is it Fannin or is it going to be in Njoku this week? We can play that game probably for 17 weeks.
That's kind of what I was pushing. Like as well as he did, yes, we're gonna be sitting there, kind of like doing our fantasy war chants and like, oh, come Harold Fannin, Harold Fannin, and shit, John Harbaugh and the Ravens may have something else in mind for him. Like, yeah, sorry, but then the counter to that, the chess match is, yeah, so you think it's going to be the rookie, huh? Well, how about this? How about we line up? How about we put Njoku in that same spot? I know this is kind of like, okay, now Sniper's going to be like, well, you just said Fannin, but now you're telling us that Fannin not so much. No, we're gonna stick with the conviction. We're gonna go with Harold Fannin. It's week 2. Nobody's losing any fantasy leagues in week 2. Let's see how he does this week.
I mean, in all, I mean, between the two of them, they have 15 targets. So there, if 15 targets is dispersed to the tight end group, while Joe Flacco's the quarterback, I'm still okay starting either one of them. Like so, I still go Fannin.
DeAndre, were we talking about DeAndre since that last game? How he looked? That was Monday night. So were we on? We were on Tuesday. I'm curious your thoughts on how Swift looked in that Monday night game. Caught a few passes, but other than that, I mean, he showed some good spurts, but that doesn't show up in the box score. I'm curious to know your take, DeAndre, on DeAndre Goat. And I don't think the real Swift is a goat. I think you're the goat. What's up, Carson Goat? Another Carson Goat. Hey guys, if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate you. We have a goal to reach, which will be 500. We'd like to hit it relatively soon. That way I could give away something. I'd love to give away something to all you goats. Well, one lucky goat. And then the commissioner himself will go and do the ice bucket challenge. I want to make it worse than the ice bucket challenge, though. I want like frozen water, if there is such a thing. What you guys think between R.J. Harvey or Kenny Skywalker? Damn Kenny. Damn Kenny. JX hates Kenny.
Uh,
Damn Kenny.
yeah, I'm gonna go RJ Harvey.
Damn Kenny. If they think Sean Payton is in love with RJ Harvey, and you know how, like, if you're like in a racehorse, JX, right? You know, like when the horses reach like the far turn, they come around the final stretch, and then like the jockeys really have to, like, they let the reins off.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they start beating the horse's ass, right? Like I kind of feel like, so like Sean Payton's got like the reins pulled in tight on RJ, and he's just giving RJ some slack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if he does not want to let RJ fully loose, he's telling the jockey to hold him back still.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's the best way I could. That's the best analogy I got for you.
That is a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Someone who grew up in horse racing, the jockeys are trained to know when to let the horse go, and then to start beating its ass to really get it going. This is probably the toughest call we've had tonight, Carson. It really is. They're both splitting right now. They're both sharing. Seattle is playing. The Seahawks got who?
The Steelers.
Yeah. The Seahawks got the Steelers in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, I mean, Charbonnet just looked so much better than Kenny. I don't know if Kenny's healthy or if Charbonnet's just taking the backfield. It could be really either or. But I mean, RJ Harvey has shown us enough that he's a potential play every week. Like he's a potential to get a long run. He's a potential to score a touchdown. And they play the I know they play the Colts this week. I think they're going to be suffocating the Colts offense. I do, and I think they're going to be running the ball a lot. And I think RJ Harvey has another opportunity to score or get that long run again.
Is this for your RB2 spot or is this for your flex spot? If it's for the flex spot, I think we could afford to gamble and go with RJ Harvey. I think RJ Harvey's probably the safer play.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what we saw last week, and this is coming from a Kenny Skywalker truther, Carson. I think we're gonna go with RJ again, and Sean Payton is ready. He's just waiting for the right time to unleash. Only get his offensive points. All right, yeah. So Jonathan, I would probably do that JMO call, right? JMO's mixed in with that.
Yep, Jameson Winston. Yep.
Holy shit! Fucking squid goat. What's up, guys? Should I sell Debo Samuel after this week? Well, it is a sell high candidate, sure. Yeah. Who you buying is the question.
Yeah, that's the question. Who are you buying?
Yeah, who do you want?
Yeah, if you believe that Terry McLaurin's taking the wide receiver one role back, then yeah, absolutely sell him.
Who are you eyeing? Who are you targeting, Squid? And then I'd say, based on who that player is, I would say, yeah, go ahead, propose the trade, or yeah, you know what? Maybe you may want to hold Debo a little bit longer. They ran into what's the new buzzsaw of the NFC in Green Bay. That's number one. Number two, now their running game is like completely going down the toilet right before our eyes. We know Debo's used in that capacity to some extent. Jonathan Goat, here's a harder one for us. All right. You're going to flex George Pickens, Wan'Dale Robinson, or Zach Charbonnet, full PPR, but I get 1 point for first downs and 1 point for every 10 kick return yards. The 1 point per first down is going to help you with basically Pickens, and I think it would basically, Charbonnet would be in on third down if he's sharing with Kenny Skywalker also. Full PPR. Let's go back to George Pickens and the Giants, playing the Giants. I want to go. We want a piece of curious George Pickens playing any team in the Giants secondary. That's how I would roll it. Kick return yards apply to who here? Wan'Dale? They don't apply to Zach Charbonnet. They don't really apply. They shouldn't apply to Zach Charbonnet. They shouldn't apply to George Pickens. Who gets the return yards here?
I think he's just saying the scoring in general.
What league is this, Jonathan? Are you one of Scott Fishbowl or worryable? It's not worryable. I think George. Look, they were targeting George Pickens as best as they could against a tough Eagles team. A couple were called back for passive interference or penalized for passive interference. My username was made 5 years ago. Never changed it. It is indeed not DeAndre. It is indeed not DeAndre Swift season.
It is not.
Is it Kyle Monangai season or is it Roshan Johnson season? That's the $1 million question. JX, who are you going with here for Jonathan?
I'm going with Wan'Dale Robinson. He had 4 first downs last week, and he had 8 targets against the Cowboys defense, who ran a lot of cover 3. They ran 0% man coverage last week, so there are going to be some open zones for him to get to. I'll probably see Wan'Dale Robinson having close to 10 targets this week. I'm going with Wan'Dale Robinson.
I think Wan'Dale could possibly carve out a nice role again if this offense could get going.
Yeah.
If Russ doesn't airmail balls and we don't see Jackson Dart in the third quarter.
Yes.
What's up, Nino Goat? There's my guy, fucking Nino Goat. RJ or Pacheco? It's RJ. Isaiah Pacheco didn't look good at all.
Yeah, RJ.
And it doesn't get any better with an angry Chris Jones. With an angry Jalen Carter.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't get much better. With a $58,000 light Jalen Carter, doesn't get much better. I just needed the confirmation. I couldn't agree more. That's why we're here, Carson Goat. You're new to the channel, right, Carson Goat? Join us. Join us every damn show. We will win together, Carson Goat. Please like and subscribe. Right, Nino? Man, Harvey better snatch that damn collar off. Yeah.
I mean, at some point, I feel like RJ Harvey's going to have to give him no choice, though. I think you're right.
Whether JK stays healthy, like for the grace of God, maybe he completes a full season, but it's not going to be like for 20 attempts either. They're going to want RJ Harvey on the field.
Absolutely.
Mr. Husot, soldiers, they're getting ready. They're fucking ready. We fucking smoke them. Smoke them. Snipers, big ZC. Yeah. Yeah, I like ZC. I don't have enough ZC this season. It's
No,
damn,
me either,
it's
man.
a damn shame.
Me either.
It's a damn shame. Don't have enough ZC sniper. SM. ZC and SM. Yeah, with K9 getting a lot of the fourth quarter, some of the third down work makes me think he's silently dealing with the injury still. And get eased back in. Oh, that would be the best case scenario for him. The best case scenario for the Kenny Skywalker contingent of fantasy managers. That would be the best case, but like at the same time, the situation's got everybody on edge. Now, if you remember last season, when he actually did miss time, ZC absolutely smashed the unbelievable volume and unbelievable production out of that volume. It almost makes you it's like shit. Even with a healthy Kenny Walker, this dude might be the better running back. He might be RB2 Carson for RJ, right? For RJ. I think it's for RJ. Yep. Yeah, because Kenny Skywalker was drafted as the RB2. Then RJ was drafted. I get it. If you can somehow get Rashid, you win your league, Squid.
Rasheed Rice is going to win leagues.
Yeah, we
that's
all
a fact.
we all want to see that happen. We do. I have 2 leagues with K Walker. I'm giving him one more start. I wouldn't want to overreact. Yeah, so you know how to do this. You know how to do this, DeAndre. I still got my flex question for you guys. I'm ready. We're ready. We are ready, Carson. Squid, what's some guys you view equal in value to Debo currently?
What position are you looking at?
I don't think he's.
Or is he just?
Let's stay.
Just,
Well, yeah. Let's stay with wide receiver. If he's
okay.
going to trade a wide receiver, we might as well just stick with the wide receiver. I think a good rule of thumb is wherever Debo was drafted, wherever you got Debo, you want to try to look 2 rounds ahead from where he was drafted. That's what you're reaching for. That's kind of like a good pro tip of trades, which I am sharing now with the motherfucking goats. the fantasy goats, which is you. Yeah, Wandale got me 20 last week. Squid, the good news is, well, I mean, Debo played, right? Debo played. So just like start scanning other teams, right? Start scanning other rosters. Who do you want? Also, should I trade ETN for Burrow? Wandale got me 20.
Mm. Oh, he does do quick returns. Okay.
I
I
don't
would
know.
say, yeah, I would say no.
So what? I mean, Wandale Robinson is taking kick returns. I didn't even catch that.
Yes, Squid. I would say no. I wouldn't trade ETN for Burrow.
Kick returns or punt returns? I don't know if it makes a difference for fantasy. Depends on your league, obviously. Also, should I trade ETN for Burrow? Who's your quarterback? Baker? No.
Nah. Mm-mm.
No, I wouldn't either. Hold on to that running back.
Yeah.
Hold on to these
Yeah.
assets.
Hold on to all those assets. You might need one of them. Some guys may not play all season. You never know. You never know.
Wandale won't be returning this week. Yeah, see, like I'm surprised to hear you saying that Wandale would return. I didn't even catch that. He's hurt. Plus, G-Men just picked up Xavier Gibson to take. There you go.
Okay. I would still take Wandell though.
There you
He's gonna
go.
have high targets this week and first downs.
Look at this one from the Goat of Goats. It's These aren't your backups. This must be another league. Husot, Mr. Husot. Trevor Lawrence has got the Bengals. Let's see what Trevor Lawrence does. I think Trevor Lawrence is. I don't know if he's really on a short leash. Is Trevor Lawrence on a short leash with a new head coach? It's not. Liam Cohen didn't draft Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence is on a short leash.
I mean, he still has all that money they just gave him. So I mean, I wouldn't say he's on a short leash. He still has that big contract. Between Trevor Lawrence or C.J. Stroud, I'm probably going to go with Trevor Lawrence. Um, until the Texans can prove to me that they can protect C.J. Stroud, I'm not. He's not a start for me.
Yeah, that's the advice right there. Debo would see more carries, but Debo is made of glass. Yeah, there's another problem. All right, we'll take a few more goats, the goat of goats, because we will be back tomorrow. Same time, same channel, and we will also be back Sunday night to react to it all. We will be on Monday, a little earlier, round 6. Just look out for the channel. Look out for, turn notifications on or don't turn notifications on. I get it. If you're on top of it and you're watching it, that's all that counts, coach. Any opinions on my flex spot? Romo Dunes, Quentin Johnson, Travis Hunter, Keyshawn Butte, Kenny Skywalker. No defensive points.
Roma Dunes, eh?
It was, again, another gorgeous play design. Gorgeous play design. If that's what it takes, Caleb Johnson to hit this guy, then all that discourse, right? The discourse between the Caleb Johnson and Caleb Williams and DJ, that
Yeah,
play, whether it's whose fault it was, DJ turned back and then he lost his step, he lost his route, blah blah blah. And Caleb threw the ball high. To me, that looked high. But then as you look at it again, yeah, okay, I say they both at fault. But let's get back to Romo Dunes. The volume was lousy.
was
For
it?
now, the volume was lousy. But he scored on a beautiful play.
Yeah, and that's what always has me leaning towards Roma Dunze because he's just the red zone guy. He is for sure 1,000% the red zone guy. I mean, he led them in targets last week. He had 9 targets. It's just Caleb didn't give him the best targets, but like I say, he still scored a touchdown, so that helped things. And I'm taking Roma Dunze.
Yeah, let's roll again with Rome. Again, I like the idea that you have Quentin Johnston. I like the idea that you have Keyshawn Booty. But let's not forget these guys. Let's just, I don't want to say pump the brakes fully. I think Rome Odunze and the Chicago Bears offense is going to have a little bit more of a role right now, and for the remainder of the season than we fully know of the role of Keyshawn Booty and Quentin Johnston. Well, we know the role of Quentin Johnston. We know that role. He's their third receiver who wound up scoring twice. He's touchdown dependent.
He is.
So is Rome right now though. All right. I've watched Derrick Henry's games last 2 years, and I noticed something. What did you notice, DeAndre? I watched Derrick Henry's games last 2 years, and I noticed something. These defenses are not stacking the box because of how good Lamar. Yeah. Yes. Derrick has averaged
Absolutely.
18. Yes, that's exactly what it's been. Now, that's exactly why they went and got him.
Absolutely.
And they're beat. They're beat in the playoffs when they decide to take one of them out. Where they decide to just like, okay, you know what? Go ahead. We'll let Derek run all over the place, and we're gonna put freaking everybody in coverage, and make Lamar beat us, and he hasn't been able to beat them. So the Chiefs did, Bills did. They'll sell out for that run and just don't allow anything through the air. No, you're spot on there, DeAndre. Jonathan Goat. One more here, War Chief, before we take a 23-hour break. My league is kind of crazy with 1 point for every 10 return yards because of this new kickoff rule. My Jets defense last week scored 33 points because of return yards. Yeah, well, look, there's a lot of quirky scoring around here. So it makes it fun. Makes it fun. JX, I started playing fantasy. It was like standard scoring. Like there was no half PPR, there was no P, there was nothing. Standard.
6 points from somebody was a good week.
6 points, 3 points for the field goal, or 1 point for the PAT. And then it was like you were getting like your 10 yards for rushing and for receiving. That was it. There was no such thing as points for catching. And I'm not even that old. I've been playing a while. I'm not that old. Right, Sniper? I'm not that old. This is for my different league, brother. You're my brother. You're my goat brother. And my brother. Hussein, how many managed leagues are you in? How many managed leagues is Sniper in? Like 10. The receiver to start at New England is Pop. You know I liked you, DeAndre. Although, again, I think it's I don't think. I know it's early. Let's see what McDaniels has up his sleeve this week. Let's see if they try to get Diggs the ball more. Let's see if they try to get Boudet the ball more. At least what will wind up happening after 3 weeks, after 4 weeks, we'll have more data to be able to justify like the prediction and projection. Right now, it's like, yeah, okay, we said Keyshawn Booty's a nice piece. Yes, of course. Pop, yes, we like Pop in his third year is a nice piece. We have Drake May is in his second game of the season coming up on Sunday. Let's get after it, GOAT. All right. Well, one more time for the folks at home. Pop's route tree is underrated. Same for Dobbs. Well, Romeo Romeo could basically run all routes, every route, almost. He
Yeah.
may not excel at every route, but he could run almost every route. We know what his issue is or has been. A little bit of inconsistency, little bit of injury. It's gonna be crazy this Sunday. Everyone is finally warmed up. We're getting warmed up, baby. We're getting warmed up. All right, one more time for the kids at home, for the snipers, for the goats. We're just getting warmed up. We're just getting warmed up here, goats. We're just getting warmed up. Appreciate you all. I want you to have a wonderful Friday night. We will be back tomorrow. And that's it, alongside the War Chief. That gentleman right there, the War Chief.
Be a
Appreciate you, my
difference,
guy.
make a difference, man. Go standard scoring.
People still play standard store. That's what that's
I
what's
don't get
mind
it.
boggling.
I don't either. So yeah, I know this. I know where someone asked me at work the other day. They go, "Man, look at my team. Look at my." I'm like, "Cool, no problem." Look at his team, and everyone had like 4, 5, 3. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What kind of scoring is this?" He's like, "Oh, it's just standard." I'm like, "What?" Couldn't believe it. Not in 2025 standard scoring, but yeah, man, it's still out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand it. Because again, why did we bring standard up? Because of points and scoring. We love points. We love scoring. We love
Yeah,
like the high score. We love all that shit.
standard scoring is like literally putting a touchdown parlay together every Sunday.
it's
Like,
not.
that's what you're betting on. That's it.
It's not really that fun, right?
No, it's not. It's just.
Even though you may win the money, it's like
Have
All right, guys, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
a good one.